Hi YouTube, it's me, Shamika Marie Pocahontas Wise. I just wanted to get on and share a little bit of my life story with you and be real and authentic and encourage you a little bit. How's everyone doing today? Bear with me, this is my first time actually being real and authentic with you guys so that you guys can relate a little more. I'm 33 years old, born January 10th, 1990. I was brought to my adopted parents. I was adopted at 3 days by God, by voice. And 3 days before I was born, God brought me to my adopted parents by voice. He gave them my name 3 times, very slowly. And my adopted mother described it as a loud, thundering, booming voice. They were just newly saved Christians, and they wrote it down, spelled how it is now, Shamika. And they asked around what Shamika meant. In the 80s, it wasn't too common. Some of you might relate. And they got to my Aunt Valletta, who was going to take in a biracial baby girl, or who knew a foster care worker who was going to take in a biracial baby girl named Shamika. And that's how they found out about me. They first laid eyes on me in the church that I was raised in till this day, that was praying for me when I was sick as a newborn. I developed esophageal reflux, so I almost died as a newborn. That means you starve to death and you can't digest anything. And I was labeled as a failure to thrive baby, but look at me, I proved them wrong. Thank God, by the goodness and grace of God. And my dear sister told me that, my dear sister from church, she told me that God has preserved me by his grace. And since then, I have escaped death 3 different times since birth, maybe 4, 5. And that includes being abused by my ex. One tried to kill me when I was 19. And he grabbed me from behind and choked me till I passed out and left me for dead. And said he'd been planning to kill me since the day he met me. And I was only 19 and I was a virgin. I didn't smoke weed. I was a sweet, young, good girl, church girl, raised girl, innocent as can be. Didn't know how to stand up for myself yet. I was just a sweet girl who got taken advantage of. And rest in peace, but he is gone now. And that's really, I still feel for him because at one time I cared for that person. So that's too bad. And then since then, I've been through other abusive relationships, at least 4 or 5, in separate occasions, and till the age of 33. And I have no kids. I just want to take my time and break the generational curse of having kids out of wedlock. Do that. My mother had me when she was 18, and it was just a rough childhood for all of us in the outcome. So I just believe that I was born to be an example for my siblings on the biological side. I'm the firstborn out of 8, and we're all 11 months apart. We're all very beautiful children, very beautiful people. We just have our flaws that we need to work on in ourselves and love each other throughout it all and love God. And I believe God has me to be that leader and exampleship in their life and leadership. And I've been in hit and runs. That wasn't my fault. When my car hit a tree, I walked out without a scratch because the tree slowed the impact of my car going down the ditch and made it smack in the middle of the sidewalk. It was a miracle. Walked out without a scratch. The guy took off. It was in Campbell of California. Campbell, San Jose, whatever. And there's a lot of entitled drivers out there. At the time, I was in a Honda, but now I'm in a real powerful car. It's a Nissan, but I believe I'll upgrade one day. all I gotta do is keep thriving, keep doing me, and keep being the blessing that I am to people, and the blessings will come back to me. But I don't ever expect to bless people and expect anything in return. I just love sharing my blessings, and it just makes me feel so good. And I was always that little girl as young as 5 or 4, maybe younger, asking daddy for $1 so I could run up to the homeless man at 7-Eleven and give him $1. I was always so happy to do that. And now I have homeless friends, and I'll let them come over and shower and like lay to rest. If it's storming, I let one girl stay 2 months of rent at my house before it stormed for 2 weeks. So I just like to be that blessing in people's lives. I could go on, but until next time, I love you, and I hope this message could be inspiring to you. And just know that anything that you thought that you wouldn't have survived, you survived it. And that's proof that you have a purpose and that someone needs you in this world. And that's why you're still here. Whether you met them yet or not, that's why you're here. Just in the process, endure the strength and pray for prosperity and perseverance, and you'll be just fine. Pray often, read your word. You don't even have to go into the word and read it. You can just listen to podcasts like Real Talk Kim, or like TD Bishop Jakes, or I think I said his name wrong, forgive me, Bishop TD Jakes, and a lot of good other people. Marcus Gill, I'm actually really good friends with him personally. And it's just an overall blessing to surround yourself in that kind of a environment, just to listen to edifying things for your soul and your spirit when it comes to the Word of God. And I love you, and I hope this message could be a blessing to you, and I'll see you again soon.